Thus they disappeared into the dark night, and I returned to the burden signified by my existence. And I sought to do everything correctly that seemed to me to be a task, and to take every way that seemed to me to be necessary for myself. But my dreams became difficult and laden with anxiety, and I did not know why. One night, my soul suddenly came to me as if worried and said, "Listen to me. I am in a great torment. The son of the dark womb besieges me. Therefore, your dreams are also difficult, since you feel the torment of the depths, the pain of your soul, and the suffering of the gods." I answered, "Can I help? As if it, if as it, or is it super? I'm sorry. Or is it superfluous that a man elevates himself to being a mediator of the gods? Or is it superfluous? I'm sorry. Or is it superfluous that a man himself elevates himself to being a mediator of the gods? Is it presumption, or should a man become redeemer of the gods after men are saved through the divine mediator? You speak the truth, my soul replied. The gods need a human mediator and rescuer. With this, man paves the way to crossing over and to divinity. I gave you a frightening dream so that your face would turn to the gods. Let their torment reach you so that you would remember the suffering gods. You do too much for men, since they are the masters of your world. You can, in effect, help men only through the gods, not directly. Alleviate the burning torment of the gods. I asked her, "So tell me, where do I begin? I feel their torment and mine at the same time, and yet it is not mine, but real and unreal." "That is it, and this is where separation should occur," my soul replied. "But how? My wits fail me. You must know how." "Your wits fail quickly," she retorted, "but the gods need precisely your human wits. And I the wits of the gods," I added, and thus we run aground. "No, you are too impatient. Only patient comparison provides a solution, not one side taking a quick decision. It requires work." I asked, "What do the gods suffer from?" "Well," my soul replied, "you have left them with torment, and since then they have suffered." "Rightly so," I cried. "They have tormented men enough. Now they should get a taste of it." She answered, "But what if the torment also reaches you? What have you gained then? You cannot leave all the suffering to the gods, or else they will draw you into their torment. After all, they possess the power to do so. To be sure, I must confess that men, too, possess a wondrous power over the gods through their wits." I answered, "I recognize that the torment of the gods reached me, therefore I also recognize that I must yield to the gods. What is their desire?" "They want obedience," she replied. "So be it," I answered, "but I fear their desire. Therefore I say, I want to do what I can. On no account will I take back onto myself all the torment that I had to leave to the gods. Not even Christ took torment away from his followers, but rather he heaped it on. I reserve conditions for myself. The gods should recognize this and direct their desire accordingly. There is no longer any unconditional obedience, since man has stopped being a slave to the gods. He has dignity before the gods. He is a limb that even the gods cannot do without. Giving way before the gods is no more. So let their wish be heard. Comparison shall accomplish the rest, so that each will have his appropriate part." My soul answered, "The gods want you to do for their sake what you know you do not want to do." "I thought so," I explained. "Of course, that is what the gods want. But do the gods also do what I want? I want the fruits of my labor. What do the gods do for me?" They want their goals to be fulfilled, but what about mine? This infuriated my soul, and she said, "You are unbelievably defiant and rebellious. Consider the facts that the gods are strong." "I know," I replied, "but no longer is there any unconditional obedience. When will they use their strength for me? They also want me to place mine in their service. What is their payment in kind? That they are tormented?" Man suffered agony, and the gods were still not satisfied, but remained insatiable in their devising of new torments, which we're seeing right now in our current affairs. They allowed man to become so blinded that he believed that there were no gods and that there was only one God who was a loving father, so that today someone who struggles with the gods is even thought to be crazy. They have thus prepared this shame too for those who recognize them out of the boundless greed for power. Since leading the blind is not easy, they will corrupt even their slaves. "You do not want to obey the gods?" My soul cried, astonished. I answered, "I believe that I believe that has already gone on more than enough. Hence, the gods are insatiable because they have received too many sacrifices.
Yep.
The altars of blinded humanity are streaming with blood, but dearth makes contentment, not abundance. May they learn dearth from men. Who does something for me? That is the question that I must pose. In no case will I do what the gods would have to do. Ask the gods what they think of my suggestion." Then my soul divided herself. As a bird, she swooped up into the higher gods, and as a serpent, she crawled down to the lower gods. Soon afterward, she returned and said, troubled, "The gods are outraged that you do not want to be obedient." "That bothers me very little," he replied. I
Nice.
have done, I have done everything to placate the gods. May they do their share now. Tell them I can wait. I will let no one tell me what to do. The gods may devise a service in return. You can go. I will call you tomorrow so that you can tell me what the gods have decided. As my soul departed, I saw that she was shocked and worried, since she belonged to the race of gods and demons and forever sought to convert me to their kind, as my humanity would like to convince me that I belong to the clan and must serve it. When I was asleep, my soul came again, and in a dream cunningly painted me as a horned devil to terrify me and make me afraid of myself. In the following night, however, I called my soul and said to her, "Your trick was recognized. It is to no avail. You do not frighten me. Now speak and convey your message." She answered, "The gods give in. You have broken the compulsion of the law. Therefore I painted you as a devil, since he is the only one among the gods who bows to no compulsion. He is the rebel against the eternal law, uh, thanks to his deed, there are also exceptions. Thus, one does not necessarily have to. The devil is helpful in this respect, but it should not happen without seeking counsel from the gods. This detour is necessary, or else
Ah,
you will fall prey to their law despite the devil."
the soul trying to deceive Jung here.
Here the soul drew near to my ear and whispered, "The gods are even happy to turn a blind eye from time to time, since basically they know very well that it would be bad for life if there were no exception to eternal law. Hence their tolerance of the devil." She then raised her voice and cried loudly, "The gods have mercy upon you and have accepted your sacrifice." And so the devil helped me to cleanse myself from commingling in bondage, and the pain of one sidedness pierced my heart. and the wound of being torn apart scorched me.